Hello guys, it's been a long time since I did any video, but I was really busy and I really wanted to do this video. Actually, we all know that while overclocking the NVIDIA GT-740m, we face many problems. Actually, the overclocking isn't that difficult, but the issues which we are facing are the after effects of overclocking in a way. Actually, it's not entirely NVIDIA's fault. Actually, it is not NVIDIA's fault. It has many reasons which I'm going to explain through this video. I hope some of the problems I faced might be the problems you might be the problems that you might be facing, and the solution that I found to them might be useful for you as well. So I really wanted to help you guys in this case as much as I can. And there are some more problems which I couldn't find any solution to. So I really hope if you have any solution to those problems, you might share them with us to help others. So first of all, I want you to download a software called NVIDIA Inspector. Actually, the problem is as we can see here. Uh, First of all, launch NVIDIA Inspector. Then I'll show you the difference. I cannot explain everything with this software only. So just Google it, NVIDIA Inspector, and you will find websites which have this software. The first site will be Google 3D. You can use it. I've also downloaded it from here. But the version I'm using is really old one. So I don't know if the UI of NVIDIA Inspector has some improvements or anything else like that. And while I'm at it, I also want to inform you that the EVGS version I'm using is really old one. I'm using very outdated softwares, but it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter, but you can see for yourself. And then open the website. As you can see here, the UI, download it from here. Now come back to the folder, launch the application, and then you will be presented with a UI like this. It might appear very complicated at first, but it is not that much complicated. As you can see here, it's just the name, GPUs, chip version, revision of BIOS version, etc. These are just details about your card. But to do advanced, but to enable advanced features or see advanced controls, just click show overclocking. As you can see here, it will prompt a notification or just a warning to inform you about the consequences of overclocking, but just ignore it. Or yeah, I would like to just inform you I'm not responsible for anything, any damage to your card if you might ended up doing damage to your card using my methods. So I would like to just warn you, you are doing it on your own risk. I'm not responsible for anything else. So just click here. And now I would like to discuss the first problem that I faced was about the temperature limit. I think many of us have faced the same problem. So first of all, what is the temperature limit problem? The thing is, it is just directly related to your OEMs. This is a very difficult thing to swallow, but actually it is due to your OEMs, not NVIDIA's. It is not NVIDIA's fault. I realized it while I was at my friend's place and I did some overclocking on his card, and when I checked the stats of the card, the temperature was very well exceeding the 67 degrees Celsius limit. Then I downloaded this software and installed it on my friend's computer, and then when I checked here, as you can see, the NVIDIA Inspector offers an extra tab which shows the temperature limit. But here in EVGA we cannot change the power target nor the GPU temp target, but we can just tweak these two settings. These are the clock offset and memory clock offsets, but I won't be doing that because I don't want to overclock my card right now. Just switch over to here. Some of you might conclude, if we are able to see this tab here in this software, then we might be able to change it. Well, you are partially correct. It has two things to it. First of all, the ability to tweak the temperature of the card is only given by the manufacturer. That means if your BIOS allows you to tweak this, then you can do it in NVIDIA Inspector, otherwise you can't. When I launched the EVGA in my friend's computer, then the options which we were presented with were same like this, nothing else. But in NVIDIA Inspector, I was able to tweak the temperature. As you can see here, I can tweak it. I can change the prioritize temperature, and apply clocks and voltages, and the thing is back to battalion. Nothing can be done because our OEM does not allow us to do this. And I'm using an HP notebook computer, and I know it sucks for being an HP user. And for my friends, my friend is using a Dell Ultrabook with same specs. My processor is Intel 4th generation i5 4200U processor, and I'm using NVIDIA GT-740m 64-bit edition graphic card, and my friend uses the same. But the only thing is he can tweak it and I cannot. Well, actually we have some pros using HP, and Dell users has their own pros and cons as well. So first of all, I want to explain you some basic things which I discovered, and I would like to inform you again that it is just my hypothesis. I don't know if this is practically correct or anything else, but I have done this myself and I didn't face any problems. But I can't guarantee it for you, so you have to do it on your own risk. Come here. As you can see, here's something called performance level. Actually, when you click here, you can see there are three levels: P0, P5, P8, or performance level 0, 1, or 2. You can call it anything. I have concluded that NVIDIA has divided their cards on three levels. Actually, it is the performance of the card which is defined for three different cases according to my hypothesis. The first state is in which our card presently is is performance level 2 or level P0, which is the outermost layer. And I hypothesized that the EVGA's Precision X or MSI Afterburner or any other overclocking tool can only interact with this level. So when we overclock it, we are just tweaking this level. But as we know, whenever GPU temperature hits its limit, and it is not matter of low temperature limit or high temperature limit, there comes a time when GPU will hit its temperature limit. So when it hits the temperature limit, the automatic security mechanism to prevent the burning down of card or overheating of card, it will automatically enter the previous state, that is the level 1 or the state P5, as you can see here. And when you try to compare this stats of P0 and P5, as you can see here, we have reduced performance for GPU clock and memory clock. So despite being overclocked, our card will enter a state of reduced performance, as you can see here. Well, you might be thinking that we are able to dig down this layer in this tool, then we might be able to tweak it. Actually, again, you are partially correct. The thing is, the ability to tweak these layers is also solely due to is solely depends on the privileges given by the OEMs to its users. And as I have seen, me being an HP user, I was able to tweak this. And one more thing, we can unlock minimum and maximum clocks for a card, as you can see here in level P2 or P0. We cannot increase the GPU clock offset uh, to a level more than plus 135 megahertz. We are limited with plus 135 megahertz clock, and here with memory clock we are just limited with plus 900 megahertz clock. But in this case we are able to unlock a card's hidden max GPU clock offset and memory clock offset. But remember, it does not mean that if our cards have this hidden values that it is completely able to, or it is completely capable of handling these speeds. These might be just for testing purposes, so I would not suggest you to do anything reckless here. So just click relock min and relock max. Just it was for information purpose. It was just for information purpose. But one more thing which I want to discuss with you. Whenever we overclock our card and our card hits the temperature limit, it enters state P5, which we can't do anything about. And you might think, I think some of you might have discovered this issue with our overclocking, that whenever a card enters state P5 or level 1, it won't re-enter level 2 or the state P0 unless you reboot your device. It was really a headache for us. Actually, it is a balanced state, so GPU tries to remain in this state for a longer period of time if it happens to enter this. And there is one more state below this. This is for extreme cases when this level is not useful to contain the temperature or to limit the temperature, and the card will enter level 0 or state P8, which just reduces the specs, the performance of our card to almost half or less than half. As you can see here, the memory clock is also 405 and the GPU clock is also 405. But I would like to inform you about one more thing, that whenever I tried to overclock this state, my graphic driver just stopped and my computer rebooted. So I would not suggest you to tweak this level. If you really wanted to overclock your card and you think your card can handle it, then just overclock it at this level. As you can see here, I can increase it, unlock max, and I can go here, whatever. So the point is, we can overclock our card at two levels, but this is only for HP users like me. I don't know about other HP devices, but for me, I was able to do that. And for Dell users, this is a con. They cannot overclock their card at any other level. They can only do it at the outermost level, that is level P0 or performance level 2. But they were able to manipulate the card's temperature and we were not. So every machine has its own pros and its own cons. So I hope it helped. Actually, what I wanted to tell you about by informing you about this is that whenever I wanted to overclock my card, I just don't. I just not only overclock it on this level, but whenever my card enters this state, I overclock this state as well, because my card will try to remain at this level, this state for a longer period of time, because it is a balanced state. But whenever my card enters this state, it will automatically, it is obvious that it will lag, but it will quickly leave this state and enter a more stable state, that is the performance level 1 or state P5. But when the card sees lower temperature in this state for a longer period of time, then it will automatically enter the level 2 state. But it will in most of the cases it will try to remain at this state, which is because it is a balanced state. So I just wanted to tell you, if you want to overclock your card, you can do it in two levels to remain in overclock state for a longer period of time, to have more performance, to have performance boost for a longer period of time. But in case of Dell, you don't need to worry about the temperature threshold, as you can manipulate it. But for multi-level overclocking, I'm sorry. These were some issues. Yeah, and about the temperature limit, one more thing. As I'm an HP user, I realized it. I think, I don't know. My friend, he also owns an HP notebook. He has the same specs as me, but he has a better processor. But it doesn't matter. Our device is almost lies in the same category, and he uses the same BIOS as me. But he didn't update his BIOS, and I did update my BIOS. I think I did. I made my biggest mistake after updating my so when I installed the same software in his computer and checked his temperature limit, his temperature limit was 97 degrees C for the same card. But once again, I was not able to manipulate the temperature. But the thing is, he had a limit of 97 degrees C, while I have limit of 67 degrees C, as you can see here. So I think it was after driver BIOS update that the temperature limit for our card was rewritten in case of HP, but I don't know for sure. So I tried to reverse engineer my BIOS to unlock hidden features, but it is really difficult, and I quit in the middle because I didn't want it to wreck my wreck my PC or ended up in a state of that device. So I would not suggest you to do that. I tried to install older version of BIOS, but I was not able to install the older version in my Windows 10 PC. I don't know why. So I just wanted to tell you if you are owning an HP lab notebook and you still have a temperature limit of 97 degrees Celsius and your BIOS is an older one, then I would suggest you to not update it. But it's up to you. I'm not the one to tell you anything to do or not to do. So once again, anything you are going to do after watching this video is at your own risk. I'm not responsible, but I hope it will help you solve some problems or have some improvements. If you have any solution to the problems we discussed here, please comment in this comment section to share that answer with all of us. And if you have any other queries, you can also write down in the comment section to share it with us, so that all of us can use our knowledge to solve that problem. Please like and subscribe if this video helped you in any way. So once again, goodbye. Peace out.